Okay, guys, we are going to start a real quick video tutorial on the Google My Map layer for the Civil War. There are three layers. Layer one is on your slides. I've already put it on your slides for you. You probably have to replace this slide with my slide. This is my slide. I need you to replace slide 4 with my slide 4 because I've updated some things in there. Um, if you would like to. So this is layer 1. Layer 2, let me see if I can find it real quick. Layer 2 is right here, which is going to be outlining the shapes of the Union, the border states, the Confederate states, the territories open to slaveholders, the territories closed to slaveholders, and the Indian Territory as well. And then there is a book for reference, but that's obviously on campus, so we can't use that. You can use Google to research this, but I also have the map done for you right here. Like, this is what it should look like when it's done. That's layer 2. Layer 3 is a little long, but it's in regards to the events of the Civil War, and there's a lot of markers. There's a different type of marker type I want you to use, a gold star, the gray battle markers. I need you to find these locations as well too: Fredericksburg, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, the White House, Antietam National Battlefield. I need you to find all these on your map project. Okay, so going here, we should already have layer 1, which is your part 1 and through 3, colonial and triangle trade. Hopefully that is this is what you should have there for part 1 through 3 on that which we did in the beginning of the year. The French and Indian War, the American Revolution, the Louisiana Purchase, westward expansion, War of 1812. This map will only let you do 10 layers. So this should get us to about, because we're going to add 3 layers in the Civil War unit, this should get us to either 9 or 10 layers maxed out for this map. If you're having a problem getting 3 new layers on here, you're probably going to have to start with a new map, just to let you know. Okay, so we need to add a layer real quick. We need to title it. Looking at your spiral, this is layer 1. I need you to title it Causes of the Civil War. So we're going to, you can just copy that if you want to, Command C, and then put that in your the title here. So Command V it, and Causes of the Civil War. That's going to be layer, I believe it is, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. And we need at least 2 more. So I need you to add another layer. And this one is going to be titled, let's take a look real quick on your instructions. It goes down here, the states during the Civil War. So title that the states during the Civil War. That's that one that will look like this right here. Eventually you're going to get that. I will share this with you at a later point. I'm not going to share this with you now. Let's go ahead and layer that. Command V this into that section right here. States during the Civil War. Hit save. And then we need one more layer. And this layer is going to be called, go back to your instructions, the events of the Civil War. And that is going to be Command C. That's going to look something like this right here. This is going to be layer 3. This one is going to take a little bit of a time to get done. Plus, you also have questions at the bottom of these as well too, which I will get to you and share with you at a later point throughout this unit. Command V, events of the Civil War, 1861-1865. Hit save. Now, you're going to have shut off all these layers that you have made so that you can concentrate on these last 3. The first one that we're going to do, though, is the causes of the Civil War. So go ahead and shut off your states during the Civil War and your events of the Civil War, 1861, 1865, so that you can just work on the causes of the Civil War. Please don't forget to do that. Then go back to your instructions And it says add a line to draw an example of a route used for the Underground Railroad system. Start in New Orleans. Obviously, New Orleans is going to be way down in Louisiana, right in that area, approximately in that area. You can also zoom in into the mouth of the Mississippi. You should know where that is by now. We've been working pretty hard on knowing where New Orleans is, and these little map um, areas throughout the year. So follow the Mississippi north to St. Louis, Missouri, and then continue the line northeast along the Ohio River to Cincinnati, Ohio. Proceed north to Cleveland, Ohio to end your line. Okay, so it's just going to have a line going north to Cleveland, Ohio, starting in New Orleans. Okay, that's where you're going to end up, is Cleveland, Ohio. It does not have to be perfect. I know, especially pre-AP students want this to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect, but please then make sure that you also label it. I would label that little line route used for the Underground Railroad system. Okay, then go into your markers for layer one. This is going to be the Kansas-Nebraska Act, the Dred Scott versus Sanford, the Lincoln-Douglas debates, John Brown, etc. I need these to be labeled with pictures and videos. Please don't forget, pictures and videos need to go in those markers, okay? And then once you're done with layer one, don't forget to go down and finish these questions for the causes of the Civil War. You may have to do a little bit of a web quest on Google to answer some of these questions. Okay, guys, that is layer one. Layer two, I will give to you right after we are done with the causes to the Civil War layer, and then which is going to take us about 2 weeks. And then we're going to get into the states during the Civil War, and you can see that the nation is dividing into many different sections. You have the border states, you have the Confederacy down here, which is in the gray, and then you have the Union, which is the North in blue, and a lot of this is unorganized territories as well too. Don't forget that California was a non-slave state as well too. They were actually part of the Union, even though there was no battles over in this area. And then don't forget layer three is pretty long. There's a lot of little things that need to be labeled as well. For layer three, which I will distribute to you at a later point. You'll probably get this in about 3 weeks or so. Hopefully we will be back to school by then. All right, hope everything's good. If you need any help, please come to the Google Hangouts from 11 to 12 and 3 to 4, and I will help you out with the mapping project. All right, guys, take care.